Welcome to episode 3 of Let's Talk Pokemon. Listeners, thank you for taking the time to chit-chat Pokemon with me. This is a jam-packed episode. I'm very excited to talk about a lot of the stuff that has been announced this week for Pokemon. We know during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, they kickstarted their Pokemon 25th anniversary with kind of like, I want to say it's like a pre-show, right? They had some dancers, there was like some Pikachu dancing, and then they revealed their kind of Pokemon 25th anniversary logo. It was like just a clean silhouette of Pikachu with 2 and 5 being the cheeks of it. And then we haven't really gotten anything Pokemon 25th anniversary for a while after that. So I consider that the pre-show. And then now they started the main event, pushing out a lot of information this week. And I am very excited to cover it. I'm very excited to talk about it. But I think we'll save that part for last. Let's cover the other stuff first, because we do have a lot of stuff going on with Pokemon Go still. There's a couple things for Pokemon Masters and Pokemon Cafe. Not so much in the Sword and Shield department. All they're doing right now is still pushing the Gigantamax, Snorlax and Duraludon event, the normal Dragon type raid events, promoted events. And there's not really a whole lot going on with the TCG, kind of, sort of. I guess I'll get there when I get there, because really the big news with it comes with the 25th anniversary announcement. So let's start off with Pokemon Cafe. That would be the easier one to talk about. There's only a couple of things to talk about with this one. Now, all the information I'm going to read to you about the mobile games, Pokemon Cafe, Pokemon Masters, and Pokemon Go, do come from Cerebi.net. Please take the time to check them out. Cerebi has done a lot of work with the website and has been very reliable. I think it's one of the first Pokemon websites probably to catalog all this data, and they're totally worth checking it out. So just take some time to go through there. They have a lot of information about old event Pokemon and things like that. You'll see it when you get there. But okay, so back to Pokemon Cafe Mix. Pokemon Cafe Mix has received an update. This update has added 50 new regular order stages with the addition of Whimsicott and various new gimmicks and offerings. The next batch of orders will be released on January 27th. So cool. There's new stages added. I've gotten a little bit more into Pokemon Cafe because I did get, I hope I got my Scorbunny, Sobble, and Grookey. And the reason I say hope is because I did get Scorbunny to kind of sit in the cafe, I guess, waiting for me to increase friendship. And then after I got Grookey, right, because I got Sobble, I got Grookey, I don't see Scorbunny anymore. I don't know how Cafe works. Did the Pokemon come back? Like, do they just kind of... am I limited on time to increase my friendship with them? I don't know. I honestly don't know how it works. So hopefully I haven't lost that Scorbunny. If you guys know, just give me a quick shout out and let me know that it's okay and that Scorbunny is still there. The other announcement is the next event has begun in Pokemon Cafe Mix. This event is the Chansey Team event and adds a Chansey to the game as a special customer. Complete the tasks as a team to earn stars to befriend it and level it up. It runs until January 27th. I have not played Cafe Mix enough to know what a team event is. I guess I'm getting a little bit more into it because of getting those starters. It is a lot of fun. I mean, I guess if I have nothing else to do in Masters and Go, I do like to kind of, take a few minutes into Cafe Mix and play a couple rounds, and that's pretty much it. So I guess for me, it's a good kind of time killer, and it's still Pokemon related, although I do miss Pokemon Shuffle. I really did like that game. I got to get back into that, because I know I'm nowhere near completing all the stages for that one. I think they kept updating it, and I think, actually... I don't think they still do update the game, but I know maybe it was with the past year that they added something. Because I know they added a lot of the Alola Pokemon. I'm pretty sure. I got to look back into that. All right. So that was it for Cafe. Let's talk about Pokemon Masters. We've got a few things going on here. We'll get this one out of the way. The Legendary Arena Entei event has now begun a renewed run. This runs until January 28th. If you already received the items for completion a previous time, you will not receive them again. This one was a fun one, and I think I'm probably biased for this one because this one you had to power up water Pokemon, and of course water Pokemon are my favorite. So this is when I fully decked out Barry in his Piplup, Empoleon, and I can't remember who else I used. I just remember Empoleon just kind of being my main hitter. But now that I have also Blastoise, I wonder if that makes things easier. I don't think I'll try it again, though. I have everything that I needed from it. I got all the 4 stars. The one that I'm waiting for to come back is the Regirock. That one I did not do that last rank, the legendary rank or whatever, to get the 4-star medal. I couldn't do it. Regirock was really hard, and I thought maybe I was just really bad. But looking at like social media and people responding to the event, they liked the challenge, but they did agree that it was very, very hard to get. So I'm waiting for that to come back so I can, because it kind of bugs me. That's the one legendary event I did not fully complete, and it just, as a collector, as a person who's got OCD, it's not really doing well for me. All right, next up, we do have a new special bonus beginning. This is the Skyla 6-star EX Rally, and provides a variety of items through missions for you to get Skyla to 6-star EX, including 3-star power-ups, 4-star power-ups, and 5-star power-ups. This is available from today, which I can't remember when this started. This was a few days ago, so it didn't start too long ago. And it runs until January 20th. This is exciting. I think Skyla is probably one of the best sync pairs out there. She's she's a very good support sync pair. I mainly use her, of course, to increase defense, to do the potions. And yeah, if I am in a tight crunch when it comes to some events, I will definitely make sure Skyla's on my team. It's usually fairly easy to get through a lot of the stages with her. So I'm glad that they're just giving out the items for you to power her up to 6-star. It's not like all at once. It's not like you run stages. You actually have to complete the daily missions, and you get like a few items each day. So it is going to take a little bit of time. But still, regardless, I think it's pretty cool that they're basically handing it to you, in my opinion. In addition to that, the Team Hoenn Unite solo event is now live in Pokemon Masters EX. This event has you battle against a variety of trainers to earn event vouchers to exchange for a variety of items. It runs until January 28th. So this one mainly focuses on Hoenn trainers. So as you go through the story, you get tickets for completing the matches. And with most of these events, if you use certain trainers, you get multipliers to increase the number of rewards that you get. And most of the multipliers, I believe, are all the Hoenn trainers that are available in Pokemon Masters. Of course, with all of these events, though, there's always a certain sync pair that's introduced. That's a new sync pair to get. And this time around, it is May and Mudkip. May will be permanently added to the scouting pool following the scout. There's also another Spotlight Scout, boosting the chances of getting Wally, Lycia, and Phoebe. May and Mudkip seem pretty cool. I've probably invested 7,500 gems. Yeah, because I saved up 6,000. Did not pull May and Mudkip. I did pull a 5-star. Although I can't remember who it was. I think it was someone that I already had maxed out anyway, so it just changed to a 5-star power-up. And then I feel ashamed for doing it, but I did cough up $12 to get 1,800 gems. It's like $12 or $13. It's one of those quote-unquote special gem events or whatever, those special gem deals. I paid the $13, got my 1,800, and then I spent 1,500 on like this 6-pull scout event that they have for main Mudkip. Didn't pull a single 5-star. And then I used like 200 for like individual scouts, and I still did not get anything. So this was a huge bust for me. I'm hoping I can save up enough gems to try again to get main Mudkip, because it would bug me that this would be like the one Hoenn starter that I don't have, because they have Brendan and Trico, and then they also have your main character with Torchic. So again, yeah, it would bug me if I didn't have Mudkip added on to my sync pair roster. And then that's all that there is for Pokemon Masters. Pokemon Masters, I think, gets a lot of heat. I think it's their whole gem ordeal that's getting a little out of hand, that people are not enjoying that much, because everything is so random. It is possible to go long periods of time without pulling a single 5-star, which is frustrating because you save up so many gems, and even if you decide to spend gems, like you may not get anything out of it. So it's iffy with me. I try to avoid the gem stuff. I only try to go for sync pairs that I really want or seem interesting to me. Like I skipped out on the whole, Lily and Clefairy, and then Gladion and Silvally. I don't really care for either of those sync pairs, so I didn't even bother to pull on those banners. But with main Mudkip, seeing that I've invested already 7,500 and I didn't pull anything worth having, I guess it's kind of unfortunate for me, because it's just I really wanted that. Hopefully I'll have enough gems to continue to pull for May and Mudkip. We'll see. So that's it for Pokemon Masters. Let's go ahead and talk about Pokemon Go. We do know that we have Machop Community Day coming up on January 16th. It is going to run from 11 to 5 on that day. And of course, Shiny Machop has been out already, but this will just increase your chances of getting a Shiny Machop. I'm pretty excited about this one. I like Machop, and I definitely do want to get all the Shinies. I think I only have one Shiny Machop, so I'm in the store for 2 more. And don't forget that as long as you bought your Kanto Tour ticket, you do get this Community Day as well as the next Community Day, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Both events will be free with that Kanto ticket tour as long as you had already purchased it, which I think that deadline was about a week ago or so. But Machop Community Day, like I said, I'm excited for it, and I can't wait. We do have, like I said, the next Community Day, which is on February 7th, which will focus on Roselia. And this is appropriate. I think this obviously fits. It's Valentine's Day, Valentine's month, I guess you could say. And Roselia does kind of fit that bill. So it's kind of a nice little pairing that they have going on there. This event will have 25% egg distance and has 3-hour incense. It will also give out the moves Bullet Seed and Weather Ball to Roserade. Bidoof will also be available in 2K eggs during the event. It will come with time research to receive Sinnoh Stones, and you will be able to purchase a ticket to receive special research Smells Like Roselia, which you'll also get for free if you have purchased the Pokemon Go Kanto Tour ticket, like I've already mentioned. It runs from 11 to 5. Now, again, I'm excited for this. I do like Roselia. It's kind of grown on me. I didn't think much of Roselia at first, but after it kept appearing a lot, like it spawned a lot here, at least in my area. Like I said, I got attached. It kind of grew on me. I'm all for it. I do the terrible thing of looking at social media and I look at comments and stuff, and it doesn't seem like it's flying very well with a lot of the Pokemon Go players. Comments saying it's a wasted Community Day, the Roselia is not even good in battles. I'm just going to say that this is going to keep going on forever and ever, right? We're going to continue to have Community Days. They have so many more Pokemon to go. They need to, space this out. They can't just keep giving us all the good Pokemon right from the get-go. I think this is nice that they use Community Days to feature Pokemon that, don't really get a whole lot of love. They don't really get a whole lot of attention. I mean, Machop surely doesn't. Roselia surely doesn't. Who else have we had in the past? We've had Magikarp. It's just nice having these particular Pokemon, because for me it helps me kind of appreciate them. It's not that I see them around all the time and I get to play around with them. I evolve them. I check out the stats. Like, it helps me appreciate the Pokemon more. And so I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to this Roselia Community Day event. And like I said before, it is very fitting with the month. So there you go. Those are the 2 community events that we have knowledge of so far. For the big news, Niantic have announced the next Pokemon Go event. This event is the Hoenn Celebration event and features an increased focus of Hoenn Pokemon. It runs from January 19th to January 24th. This event features increased spawns of Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Tailo, Loudred, Nosepass, Aeron, Meditite, Roselia, Carvanha, Numel, and Baltoy. Skitty, Aeron, Corphish, Lileep, Anorith, Bagon, and Beldum will be in 5k eggs. There will be field research tasks that give Stardust or encounters with Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Aeron, Plusle, Minun, Wailmer, Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, and Ralts. Aeron and Bagon are in 1-star raids, while Breloom, Mawile, Grumpig, Spinda, and Absol will appear in 3-star raids. I really hope I'm pronouncing that Aeron part right. I don't ever really know how to pronounce most of these Pokemon names. Like, I really wish we had like a national dex. You remember the old school Pokedex that will tell you, that will pronounce for you what the names are? And I think there was something on a DS that will also pronounce the names. Like, either I gotta get that, or they should create like a new Pokedex like that has every single Pokemon registered and also tells you how to properly pronounce the Pokemon names. Alright, in addition, there will be a collection challenge that gives XP, silver pinette berries, and incense during this event. Evolving Metane into Metagross will get you the move Meteor Mash, which was previously a Community Day move in 2017. There will be timed research involving catching both Groudon and Kyogre in order to get an encounter with Rayquaza with the exclusive charge move of Hurricane. This is interesting. I think that, this is new to this type of event because they didn't do this with the Sinnoh and Unova event. There's also a free remote raid pass box giving 3 remote raid passes during this event. Following the event will be the Johto Celebration event, which runs from January 26th through 31st. These events are just flying by. It's already been 2 weeks. Like I said, we had Unova and Sinnoh, and now we're already entering Hoenn, which I'm excited for this time research. Like, you get to catch Groudon and Kyogre, and then you get an encounter Rayquaza. I wonder if you have to catch Groudon and Kyogre in raids, because it says there will be timed research involving catching both Groudon and Kyogre. I think you have to catch them in raids, and then with the research, it gets you to Rayquaza. So that's pretty cool, though. I like that they're tying in legendaries to time research. I know we used to have legendary Pokemon appear in the field research on a weekly basis, but then they pulled that out for whatever reason, and a lot of people were kind of itching for those legendary Pokemon to come back. I wonder if this is going to be kind of like a frequent thing, maybe? But hopefully, I would assume their shinies would be unlocked. Because I don't have a shiny Rayquaza, and I don't have a shiny Groudon. So I would like for another chance to go ahead and tackle those. One more bonus that I have not mentioned yet. A new bonus has been announced for this weekend's Pokemon Go Community Day. January 15th to January 18th, you'll be able to make trades over a 40-kilometer distance as opposed to the usual 100 meters. 40 kilometers, I think, comes out to be about 25 miles, 25 miles. That's pretty good. I've never traded with anyone further than the usual 100 meters as they mentioned before, so I'm going to try to talk to a friend and see if we can do a trade from the comfort of our own homes because technically that should work. And I'm wondering if this is like a preparation for them to either keep this permanent or just give us like my one complaint about this whole trading thing is like we can battle no matter where we are, but we can't trade wherever we are. Like I can get invited to a raid in Japan, but I can't like offer up a Pikachu for, I don't know, just a simple Krabby or something. I was just naming random Pokemon, but just in general, like it just doesn't make sense for me. And maybe because they just don't want people to finish trading, like finish their Pokedex right away. I'm not sure what's going on here. Like I feel like trading should just be opened up in general, but they're keeping it very, I don't know, they're keeping it very strict. So hopefully with this kind of opening of the trade distance, maybe they'll see more people playing, and hopefully they'll just kind of keep it permanent this way. It kind of makes sense for them to do so, seeing that we can't, like, it's not encouraged for us to go out and be in social groups. So having this 40-kilometer distance is pretty significant in this whole pandemic situation that we're in. So Niantic, just consider a permanent feature for Pokemon Go. So that's all of the Pokemon Go news. I've been kind of determined to try to gain XP as much as I can. I mean, all I've been doing really is a lot of catching Pokemon, but I feel like my XP is going so slow, and it just bugs me a little bit because, like, there's other levels that I know I have to reach, and there's other tasks, and there's these checklists that I have to finish. Well, I mean, I don't have to, but I just, as a collector, like, I just want to finish them and work my way to the top, and then it's just taking me so long to get any sort of like XP boost of any kind. So I do miss the double XP catches already. I hope that in participating in all these events, I'll eventually at least get to 41 by the end of February. But that's kind of like wishful thinking, because because I have about, I want to say less than 4 million, maybe 3.5 million to go to get at least the XP requirement in. The other requirements I've got completed except for the raid one, but I only need to do 9 more raids, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And that's it for Pokemon Go and for all the mobile games, really. We're going to continue to have events after events after events, and we still have not heard anything about Pokemon Masters, their 25th anniversary event, if they're going to have one, right? For Pokemon Go, it's the Kanto Tour. Will they do something else besides the Kanto Tour? I would be surprised if they didn't. I think it kind of makes sense for Pokemon Go to capitalize on the 25th anniversary and to continue to give us events throughout the year, major events, maybe not to the level of Kanto Tour, but much beefier events than just like getting a Pokemon through a paid event, with like the whole Mr. Rhyme thing. It would only make sense for Niantic to capitalize on all of that. I mean, they made, from what I heard, almost $2 billion in year 2020. They're not hurting for money. I'm sure they can invest a little bit more into the game and give us some really awesome things for us to look forward to. If we head over into the TCG department, the only thing I can talk about without getting into the 25th anniversary stuff yet is that they shown the Japanese set for Single Strike Master and Rapid Strike Master, which will eventually make up our Battle Style set, has revealed all 140 cards. So if you go to pokebeach.com, I believe this is the first link on there. If you click on it, you will see the pictures, the images of all of the cards for those two Japanese sets, except for, of course, the secret rare cards. Those usually take a little bit longer for those to get kind of updated. And as Poke Beach always does so wonderfully, they translate all the cards, seeing that this is in Japanese, and we don't have the English version just yet, not until we get much closer to March 19th. Overall, the cards look really cool. I'm really excited for it. Seems like a couple of cards here that I might want to try to nab, which, of course, the Empoleon V. But more importantly, I like the fact that once in a while, the TCG will spotlight a Pokemon that doesn't normally get a whole lot of love. Like, doesn't normally get, a lot of attention. What I want to really just refer to here is that Kricketune is getting its own V card. I'd be really excited if there was a full art. I don't know if there will be, but Kricketune is like one of those Pokemon that you mention it and people will probably go, what? That's a Pokemon? Like, it's one of those forgotten ones. And for the fact that it's got its own V card, like, kudos to Pokemon Company, kudos to Kricketune. I think this is very cool. And I hope they continue to do this, where they just pick a random Pokemon and give it its own V card or V Max card or whatever the case may be. So I'm looking forward to that. And I know there's a Mimikyu one in here. It looks like there's Tapu Koko. We got Flapple. Of course, the Urshifus. There's a Tyranitar, Corviknight, a Necrozma, and Victini. Those look to have V cards in this set. Oh, here's another one I was just talking about. Another, not necessarily forgotten Pokemon, but a Pokemon that doesn't get like a lot of attention. It is Stoutland. Stoutland has its own V card in here, so that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what that card does. The English translation is not up yet, so I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer on that. But again, besides the 25th anniversary announcement stuff, that is pretty much it for TCG. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight to the main event. Pokemon just came out of nowhere and decided to start pushing out and announcing all of their 25th anniversary event news and information to watch out for. So there's a lot going on here. I'm going to read the announcement that has been put on Pokemon.com. And we'll start with this. The headline goes, Katy Perry helps celebrate the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. Yeah, you read that right. Katy Perry, the pop icon, joins a host of other artists to celebrate 25 years of Pokemon with music, retrospectives, merch, and more. And before I continue reading this article, Pokemon did upload on YouTube and on Twitter like this very wholesome video of all of like anything and everything related to Pokemon. It's kind of like this like domino effect of this Pokeball like just traveling through iconic scenes in video games and in the anime and in mobile games. And if you have not seen this yet, you need to. It is very well done. There's a lot of memories put in there. They've also kind of teased, I think, a couple of things. Well, one for sure, like the shiny Charizard VMAX card that I believe is coming out in the Shining Fate set. And there's just a lot going on that just there's going to be something for everyone in there. I think they titled it 25 Years of Memories. So it's very, very wholesome. I recommend you go out there and watch it. Now let's get back to the article. Get ready to party, trainers. It's 2021, which marks 25 years of Pokemon. That's a quarter century of awesome video games, exciting animation, cool cards, and so much more. To mark this auspicious occasion, a year-long celebration including music collaborations, remembrances of previous travels through the world of Pokemon, special Pokemon trading card game collections, and plenty more excitement is about to kick off. Of course, every party needs a great playlist, and to that end, Pokemon is teaming up with Universal Music Group and some of the biggest names in music to create a global music celebration dubbed P25 Music. Expect new songs from a wide range of musicians featuring rising artists and award-winning superstars like pop icon Katy Perry. More details, including additional performer surprises, will be announced throughout the year. I'll pause there and kind of talk about this. This is extremely interesting that they're doing this sort of like very extended music concert in a way. It's the fact that they had to recruit musicians. And well, I guess what's surprising me is that the Katy Perry thing. I have nothing against Katy Perry. I don't really follow Katy Perry. I don't know anything about her other than her catchy songs. I think the only one song that I remember is Fireworks. And then the most recent time I seen Katy Perry, I think she was like on this Disney Plus sing-along Disney Christmas musical where she dressed up as a Christmas tree and sang some sort of Christmas song that I can't remember. And that's it. But like it's interesting that they picked Katy Perry, I guess, first. Like I'm curious who the rest are, because if they're starting off Katy Perry, are they gonna try to hit every genre of music? Like, are we gonna get a rap musician in here, country musician, or are they just kind of selecting people that have expressed that they're fans of Pokemon? Because we do know Ariana Grande is a fan of Pokemon. She's shown before that she's gotten an Eevee tattoo, and she's said that she's played Pokemon Let's Go. So, is she going to be one of the selected ones? And I'm curious if this is going to get some sort of physical release. Like, are we going to eventually get a CD of all these songs, or are they just going to be available digitally? Are they going to have like a vinyl record? Like, I don't know. This sounds really exciting. The fact that we're going to get music throughout the year commemorating Pokemon. I want to know more already. I think that's my issue, is that I want to know what else is being planned. Like, I know they're keeping it for surprises, but it's just, this is such an interesting move and an interesting concept for Pokemon to do, especially music wise, because they haven't really, like, yeah, you can say that they're video game soundtracks. People really do love listening to those and have collected probably the digital albums. And, Let's Go had a whole remastered of, all the original Pikachu Yellow soundtrack. But to have, this is just so different. And it is cool. I hope that they do kind of give us a little bit of, different types of genre, so it's not just like all pop music, or it's just not all I don't know, country music or whatever. Like, what I'm saying. It's I'm very interested to see what Pokemon has planned out for this. And I don't know where I saw it online. Maybe it was someone that I follow on Instagram, but mentioned that it'd be really cool if they did a digital release, or maybe even a physical release of all like the video game music, which would be fantastic. I'd be all for that, because there's some, I don't think you can get Black and White anywhere, maybe, or even Ruby and Sapphire. I could be mistaken on those, but every time I look up playlists on Apple or Spotify, I usually see Red and Blue, Sun and Moon, and actually I think that's about it. Like, those are the only two that I ever noticed. So music goes a long way with Pokemon, and we'll see what comes from here. I was thinking if there was a musician that I would have want them to pick for this celebration. I don't know if I have a particular artist that I would like to hear music from. For some reason, I think about Imagine Dragons, and I can see that working out, but I don't know if Pokemon Company and Imagine Dragons likes Pokemon. Do they have to like Pokemon to be part of the celebration? Like, I want to know what their thought process is behind selecting some of these artists. If you guys have a particular artist that you'd be interested in seeing, let me know on my social media, which I'll present at the end of this episode. All right, let's continue on with the rest of the article here with this next section, 25 years of fun. The world of Pokemon has grown quite a bit since the first Pokemon video games debuted in Japan back in 1996, and such a long and varied journey deserves a look back. You can relive your travels through the series' many regions at a new website that will serve as the hub for fan celebration activities. You'll begin with recently discovered Galar region from Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, before eventually ending with the classic Kanto region from the original Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue games. This site will also feature monthly events for music and all sorts of other incredible 25th anniversary events, so check in often to ensure you don't miss a minute of the fun. So they did launch a Pokemon 25 website And there's not much on it, of course, right now. They did unveil a new logo that it features all of the starter Pokemon, which is really, really cool. And then there's just a couple of minor announcements on there. So if you want to check it out, I believe the URL is 25.pokemon.com. Pokemon TCG players can look forward to 25th anniversary themed collections of the Pokemon TCG later in 2021. Fans will soon be able to collect oversized cards featuring Pikachu and beloved first partner Pokemon of the various regions as well. You'll also see 25 years of Pokemon being celebrated through Pokemon animation and mobile games like Pokemon Go and Pokemon Masters EX, and there will be even more big announcements as the year goes on, because we're still waiting on Pokemon Unite. That's still going to be a thing, and I'm curious if that will actually launch on Pokemon Day. It almost kind of makes sense for it to be, but, I'll hold my breath on that and just wait to be surprised on when Pokemon Unite gets released. But to touch back on the TCG stuff, so PokeBeach did expand on this, and they do have images of not only the packs that these first partner cards are going to be in, but a lot of information here. So I'm going to read this article from PokeBeach. To celebrate Pokemon's 25th anniversary, jumbo cards of all 24 starter Pokemon will be released in special booster packs. Jumbo cards are about 3 times the size of regular cards. Each card is a reprint from the Pokemon's debut set, but features the 25th anniversary logo over the artwork. Each generation will get a first partner pack containing 3 jumbo cards of its starter Pokemon, as well as 2 regular booster packs. Each pack will retail for $9.99. They will be sold at stores and the Pokemon Center websites. So they do have a list of dates here. March 5th will be Galar. April 2nd will be Alola. May 7th, Kalos. June 4th, Unova. July 9th, Sinnoh. August 6th, Hoenn. September 3rd, Johto. October 8th, Kanto. And the packs are fairly nice and clean in design. It is Pikachu's tail that kind of runs down the middle. It is a silhouette, I guess you could say. And then each pack has the 3 starter Pokemon on it. Like there's one for, of course, Kanto, Johto, so on and so forth. So pretty interesting. You will be able to store the jumbo cards in a first partner collector's binder. It will release on February 26th for $9.99. This won't be the only starter Pokemon promotion for the TCG. There were some leaks about McDonald's promos, but I'm not going to get into that. But the binder is pretty nice. It's a white binder with the outline of Pikachu's tail in yellow, and the back, like the backdrop of the whole thing, is all of the starter Pokemon. It looks cool. I believe it's got that 25th anniversary logo on it as well. I'm definitely going to pick one up, probably 2, just the second one just be for keepsake. And I'm definitely going to have to figure out a way to how to hunt for these cards. I'm hoping none of them are going to be exclusive, and I hope they just do large prints of these, because if they are limited, I can only imagine that it's going to be difficult to get all of these. So the cards look really cool. As it was mentioned, it is a reprint of when they were originally debuted in their own sets. So if you want to check out the images, PokeBeach has them. You can check that out there. I'm very excited for all of this stuff. I'm just not very excited for my wallet. I like that it was mentioned here that there's going to be events celebrated through Pokemon Go and Pokemon Masters EX. And they kind of tease that there'll be more announcements. So obviously they're not leaving out on the mobile games. We will also get to experience a sort of 25th anniversary celebration in there. Moving on to the next section, Party in Style. And this isn't even everything the world can expect from Pokemon in 2021. During the year, there will be plenty of commemorative products available at the Pokemon Center, starting with a pre-order for a limited edition 25th anniversary themed skateboard by industry craftsman Bear Walker, starting January 19th. I'm going to pause there really quick. So, about half a year ago, I think I want to say about 6 months ago maybe, Bear Walker partnered with Pokemon to release these very elaborate, well-designed skateboards. And I obviously I don't think they're skateboards that you necessarily ride on. They're more of like a a wall hanging piece, and they're extremely nice. And I was very tempted to get one. I think I had the Charizard one in my cart. All I had to do was just finish the checkout. But I didn't have the 250 to cough up right then and there. Or at least I just didn't feel comfortable about it. And if you don't feel comfortable about a purchase, you shouldn't make the purchase. So I just deleted off my cart. I just let it go. And lo and behold, they all sold out within a matter of a few days. They had like a Charizard, a Gyarados, a Gengar, and of course a Pikachu. And then there was a Wave 2 that came out. If I remember correctly, and I don't think I do, there was an Umbreon, a Mew, Toxtricity, and I don't remember the other one. But they were still also very, very nice. Oh, Togepi. That was it. Togepi was the other one. And so I think everyone kind of thought that there will be a third wave of these, but it seems like they're holding off on a full third wave and just doing this special limited edition Pikachu one for the 25th anniversary, which has like this Pikachu kind of in a running position, and then on the skateboard itself, like, is etched in these Pokeballs. And I think, yeah, it's a Pokeball, Great Ball, and Ultra Ball. And this looks really, really nice. Like, if you go on Pokemon.com or even just go Bear Walker's site, I'm pretty sure it's promoted on there. You can see it, and this is definitely one worth to pick up. I am going to try my hardest to get this. With these things, this is what sucks about having to do pre-orders or, waiting for certain time periods or deadlines, like to do this stuff, because I just don't like the idea of scalpers out there just buying this stuff up and just to flip them on eBay for double, triple, quadruple the price. And I want a win. I want to beat them to this and just get one skateboard that I can hang on there. Like, I don't skateboard at all. I'm not a skateboarder. Skateboards aren't my thing, which is also kind of another reason why I didn't get the Charizard skateboard. It's like, all it's gonna do is hang on my wall, and like I'm just gonna be like some sort of fake skateboarder, and it's not gonna have really any value for me. Like, it's just like, it looks cool, sure, but I want something that's truly special. If there was a Blastoise or a Squirtle, a Wartortle one, I'd be all over that. I would have bought that in a heartbeat because that's my favorite Pokemon. So for me, I'm okay with that. But Charizard isn't my favorite Pokemon, so it was just weird for me to have a Charizard skateboard. This one is a 25th anniversary one, and that's special enough for me to consider buying this skateboard, and I will buy it if I can beat the scalpers to it. With the rest of the article, it continues. Pokemon is also working with other well-known brands such as General Mills, Levi's, McDonald's, Jazzwares, Scholastic, Mattel, Funko, and the Wand Company to create more unique promotions and merchandise. Additional partners and or roles in the celebration will be announced throughout the year. Pokemon is going all out. Like, this is a lot, and the fact that they just mentioned that there's going to be more partners just is mind-blowing. I think what's not listed on here that I saw somewhere else was Build-A-Bear, and that makes sense. They've been doing Build-A-Bear for quite a while, so it would make sense for them to have a 25th anniversary plushie of some kind from Build-A-Bear. General Mills, I'm wondering if that's just the Pokemon cereal that's already been out, because I can't imagine them making another cereal, but they could literally do anything at this point. Levi's, is that just jeans, right? Levi's makes jeans, so are they just going to have Pokemon-themed jeans? Like, does Levi's do anything else? I'm not sure. Maybe they do shirts? McDonald's, that's probably the promos, the promotional cards, and obviously the toys I'm sure they will have. So that does make sense as well. Jazzwares. Let me look up Jazzwares, because I'm not too familiar with them. I've heard their name. Are they the action figures? Okay, so they are the action figures. So they are going to have 25th anniversary edition action figures, which makes sense. What else is on this list? Mattel cars? Like, are we going to have Pokemon-themed cars? Because that would be pretty cool. I can go for some Pokemon cards. My son will go crazy for those now that I think about it. Oh man, I can't wait for that. Funko Pops, we do know we're getting a Raichu, a Mew, a Ponyta, and a Silver Pikachu Funko Pop to commemorate the 25th anniversary. And then the Wand Company. Another company I'm not familiar with. Let me look this up really quick. Wand Company. Okay, so this is the Pokeball replica. Okay, I thought it sounded familiar. I wasn't too sure on it, but they're the ones that are making the Pokeball replicas. The Pokeball replica itself is already up for pre-order, but we do know we're getting a Premier Ball, a Great Ball, an Ultra Ball, and I believe a Master Ball, of course, as well. So that's something to look forward to. And additional partners. Oh, I forgot to mention Scholastic. Books, book fairs. I'm excited to see what type of books they have. I just bought a coloring book, a Pikachu, or not a Pikachu one, but just a Pokemon coloring book that I did not know existed, but it's been released since August. So I'm very excited to start coloring in there. I got to get some special colored pencils though, because I don't want to just do with any sort of colored pencils. Got to get the Prismacolor, right? Isn't that a good brand? I don't know. I hear people a lot of time mention Prismacolor, so I think I'm just want to invest in Prismacolors and just kind of, just color in nicely and just take my time with it. Because the pages look very cool. It's very simple to draw. I'm thinking about just buying an extra copy just for my son. Yes, that's right. It's gotten to a point where I'm considering an extra copy for my son, even though the original should technically have just been for my son. But hey, I love Pokemon. I love to color. I'm going to go for it, and I'm glad I didn't pass up on that purchase. But I'm curious to see what other books they're going to release for the 25th anniversary. Like, this is just a crazy, crazy time to be a Pokemon fan. There is so much excitement and hype around this that it's just, it's so hard to contain. Like, I'm kind of hoping that we'll see more people sport like a lot of Pokemon merch, Pokemon clothing or whatnot out there, and not like, I don't know. I think Pokemon is still cool, right? Is it still cool with kids? Because for a while it was uncool to be a Pokemon fan. Like, people would just be embarrassed to be seen with anything Pokemon clothing or anything wise. And then Pokemon Go happened, and then everybody was all about Pokemon, so they were okay with showing off their Pokemon Go pluses or having their phones out, not worried that people were watching them play Pokemon Go. But it seems like we kind of reverted back a little into like, oh, Pokemon's not that cool anymore. I think this is going to change everything. Like, if anyone had any doubt that Pokemon was cool, I believe this is going to change their mind. With all of the stuff that they're planning, with all of the stuff they announced, it's crazy. I'm excited for it. I'm here for it. And I cannot wait to see what else they're going to announce. Which we didn't have to, because that just then leads into our next topic. We got a lot of information about new Pokémon Snap for the Switch console. They released a trailer and then just nonstop tweeted out all the information, some images from the game, some artwork to go with it, the cover, and the release date for it as well. So we'll go ahead and read this straight from Pokebeach.com, and I believe they went ahead and put the press release down here. Get ready to visit the many beautiful isles of the Lental region in the new Pokémon Snap game for the Nintendo Switch family of systems, filled with diverse ecosystems from dense jungles to vast deserts. The archipelago of the region is an untouched natural marvel packed to the brim with Pokémon just waiting to be discovered. In new Pokémon Snap, players will take on the role of a budding Pokémon photographer and work with the Lental region expert Professor Mirror. Weird choice of name, but I'm sure there's something to it. And his assistant, Rita, on an ecological survey to photograph Pokemon thriving in nature. In a new trailer released today, additional footage and details were unveiled for new Pokemon Snap, including its April 30th launch date, which I think a lot of people did guess that it was going to be a spring release. I don't think this was going to be like the main fall game. So this lines up perfectly well, just in time for, well, I guess not necessarily summer break, but it's It lands right at the end of April, starting of May. May is kind of when we start to close out the school season, so I think it comes in at an okay time. New Pokemon Snap presents a fun twist on a Pokemon adventure with enchanting gameplay that lets players see some of their favorite Pokemon in a different light. This new game is a fun addition to the strong lineup of Pokemon titles available on Nintendo Switch. Wild Pokemon are all around and have adapted to thrive in all various natural expanses of the Lental region. They may be seen living in groups, patrolling their Pokemon territory, wandering serenely on their own, or even playing with other Pokemon. And I'm going to kind of skip around a little bit here because they just continue to kind of talk about the Lental region, talk about a new fruit called a fluff fruit in here. Professor Mirror will evaluate and score players' photos taken on their adventures. I'm hoping that will give us plenty of replay value for sure, especially if there's lots of things to unlock with it. The untouched depths of the Lental region may sound daunting at first, but don't worry. Explorers will hop into the Neo 1, an auto-driving vehicle, which will steer them across various paths on each island and help free up time to focus on snapping the perfect shots. Some Pokemon and vegetation that players may discover will appear to have a special glow. These strange occurrences are found only in the Lental region and are known as the Illumina phenomenon. Jump into the trusty Neo 1 and uncover the mystery behind the Illumina phenomenon. So again, it does release on April 30th, and it's going to retail for the standard Switch price of $59.99. And pre-orders do begin today. So pre-orders are up already digitally as well on some, I'm pretty sure on most of the retailer websites. I went on Best Buy earlier, and Pokemon Snap was available for pre-order, so I'm sure maybe it's up on Amazon and whatnot. I personally will have to get 2 copies. One I'll probably purchase digitally for sure, so I can just play it right away once it launches, and then of course I'll get a physical copy, but the physical copy I'm going to keep sealed. That's kind of like a new goal that I have for myself, is to eventually own a sealed collection of the Pokemon video games, and I wish I had thought of that many years ago, because there's a lot of games right now that are costing into the thousands, well, definitely several hundreds, but I've seen a couple of the titles go for a couple $1,000s, and that just worries me. But that just means I have to scrounge in garage sales and whatnot, and hope for the best, or keep looking up on eBay and whatnot, and just look for the listings that aren't getting a lot of attention. This game is exciting. The game looks good. I don't expect too much when it comes to graphics. In a spin-off game kind of like this, like it's not about the graphics. For me, Pokemon has never really been about the graphics. It has always been about the experience, and I like the fact that we always have to start off with new Pokemon and with a new region. Most players, I would assume, just kind of like to start with new Pokemon as well, and don't really try to catch the old Pokemon unless they need to, of course, fill their Pokedex with. But with this game, I just like the look and feel to it, the animations where we had like Pichu hanging out with Grookey. There's a Liepard just, laying down on the rock. There was a hippopotamus that had like sand pouring out from it. And there was a beautiful image or a quick like scene of Sawsbuck and Deerling just like walking through like this really calm forest with like these pink leaves or flowers all over it. It was really nice. And then the Illuminion, I forget what they call it already, the Illumina phenomenon, they showed that off with a Meganium at the end, just like glowing all around its body, and it just looks really cool. I like the cover to it. The Pokemon Snap video game cover shows us the camera that we're using, shows us some of the Pokemon that we're going to see, and it is just all around exciting. If you haven't seen this trailer, go check it out. It's on the Pokemon website as well as on their Twitter page, and I'm sure on their YouTube channel. You guys let me know if you're excited for Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap was one of those obviously nostalgic games for me. I remember as a kid, I didn't know what I was doing at first, of course, not knowing that you can push Pokemon into certain things like a volcano or some puddles or something, and they'll evolve, or if you make Voltorb explode, then it'll cause an event to happen. Like, there were so many cool, unique, and such subtle things to the game that I don't think a lot of people probably appreciated until maybe just recently. when people started getting back into Pokemon, they go, oh yeah, I remember back in the day when I had to throw apples at Mew to take down the shield so that way I can take a picture of it. Like, there is so much to Pokemon Snap, and for such a short game too. And I hope they can capture the look and feel of the original one, and I think they're going to be successful with it. As far as how many Pokemon, I saw somewhere that it's going to be around like between 200 and 300 Pokemon, which is way more than the first one. I think the first one had less than 100, so they're almost tripling their amount of Pokemon at this point. And I hope they added a lot more new features. And the one thing they haven't said anything about it. I don't think they'll do anything about it. And with the original Pokemon Snap, you could take your game or like your memory card or something and take it to the Pokemon Snap station like Blockbuster and be able to print out some of the photos that you've taken. And I don't know if they will do anything with this new Pokemon Snap that maybe they haven't revealed yet, but it'd be really cool if they did, because then they can definitely capture or capitalize on the whole nostalgia take on this. I'm pretty sure there's a Blastoise. I'm pretty sure I saw a Blastoise on there, but one of the photos on the cover is this Sharpedo, like almost in battle with a Lapras, and there's Squirtle on the back of Lapras. Like, that's such a cool photo. I want to take that picture in the game. So yay, Squirtle confirmed. I'm happy at least that's in there. Hopefully we'll get the rest of its evolutionary line. And I don't know. I don't want to like start guessing as to what Pokemon they could possibly include in here, because again, I don't want to be disappointed, but it's really going to be, if anything, I want them to have Blastoise in there. Blastoise and maybe Scizor. Like, Scizor would definitely be cool to see in new Pokemon Snap. What do you guys think? You guys let me know which Pokemon you would like to see in the game and what you're most excited about the game. It looks like they did kind of tweak a few things here and there, and hopefully we'll get more features announced or maybe revealed as we get closer to the launch day. I don't know if they just revealed everything already. I wouldn't be surprised if they're just keeping some information, obviously, as a surprise to all of us. I mean, they haven't even mentioned a legendary or mythical Pokemon possibly being part of the game. And if the first one ended with Mew, I wonder if they'll end the second one with Mew. Would they end new Pokemon Snap with Mew, or would they go for someone else? I'm very curious who they would pick, because that's kind of like almost an iconic thing, right? The first one, you worked so hard to get to that Mew event. You were in space on this sort of Rainbow Road type of ordeal. And now for this one, would they do Rayquaza? Would Rayquaza be a fitting one? I don't know. So many questions still. So many questions about this game. If you're one of those types of people that likes to pre-order, like I said, go for it. It's already up and available. And we can't wait till April 30th. All right, that was a lot to take in. That's a lot of news that Pokemon just threw at us. It's not going to stop there. I wonder how often they're going to release news to us, especially with the whole music thing going on. It's the Pokemon Day is like just slightly over a month away. And it just feels like it's just going to be here in a heartbeat, and then it's just going to be nonstop Pokemon after Pokemon. My bank account's not going to be happy with me because I'm just going to keep buying all the merchandise. But overall, it's going to be a fantastic year for any and every Pokemon fan out there. All right. Now, before we wrap up our episode, let's continue on with the Pokedex trivia. No, I have not come up with a catchy name for it. Eventually I will. But let's go ahead and figure out whose Pokedex entry I read last week. I'll repeat it here, and then I'll go ahead and reveal who the Pokemon is. The Pokedex entry says, "It stays asleep from the moment it's born. When it falls into a deep sleep, it stops moving altogether." This Pokemon is none other than, insert possible jingle here that I'm sure I'll figure out eventually at some point, Komala, a Alola Pokemon. I I'm not a big fan of Komala. I'm not even. I don't. There's nothing against the Pokemon. It's just I don't really understand it. It's just a sleeping koala. Like it hugs this like log thing and has this strange sort of effect. It acts as if it's affected by the sleep status condition. All special effects of moves based on the sleep status condition affect this Pokemon, such as Snore and Sleep Talk, working from the Pokemon with Comatose, and double damage from Hex and Wake Up, Slap, Dream Eater, and Nightmare. And even abilities such as Bad Dreams will activate. This Pokemon can still attack. I don't know. I've never really used this Pokemon in battle. The shiny, I think, only changes the color of the log, it looks like. It's an okay Pokemon. Like, I don't know how many Komala fans there are out there. But it looks cute. It's just, they didn't really feature it as much. I don't even know if it was in the anime, because I didn't watch the Alola series anime. But I don't really see any merch for this one. At least I don't recall any merchandise. But, hey, it's an interesting Pokemon, and I'm glad I'm doing this sort of Pokedex trivia, because it is nice to kind of go back and revisit some Pokemon that I've probably forgotten or don't see a whole lot of, because it's just not a very promoted Pokemon. Like Kricketune, for example. When I mentioned that in the TCG card, I like that Kricketune is getting a V card. So this is nice, taking a look back at some of these Pokemon as I go through them. Again, this is completely random. So now, let's move on to our next one. This time, I will read the Pokedex trivia and give you guys a moment to try to figure out who it is before I fully reveal the answer. Because I'm sure if you try to fight off not looking up for a whole week, it's just going to, irritate you and annoy you. I feel like it would me. So I'm going to save you all the trouble and just let you have the answer, so that way you can sleep soundly tonight. Here we go. Our next Pokedex entry. Using the invisible poison spikes on its veil-like arms and legs, it paralyzes its enemy and causes them to drown. Using the invisible poison spikes on its veil-like arms and legs, it paralyzes its enemies and causes them to drown. Have you thought of it yet? Do you know what it is? I'll give you just a few more moments just to think through on all your Pokemon that may have poison spikes, veil-like arms and legs, causes paralysis. Maybe I'll give you a hint. It's a dual type. One of them being water. Is it ringing any bells yet? Do you want me to give you the second type? Second type is ghost. A water and ghost type. It is none other than, at this point, go ahead and take a guess. I'm going to reveal who it is. It's none other than, insert possible jingle here, Frillish, number 592 in the Pokedex. Very interesting shiny. I'm looking at the male one, and the shiny's kind of like this turquoise-ish kind of color. Frillish is an odd one. I'm not a fan of Jellicent. I think I like Frillish more than I like Jellicent. But this is about Frillish. There is a gender difference here, with the male being blue and the female being pink. I like the design. It's pretty cool looking, almost clownish in a way, with the kind of collar around its neck. It does look kind of angry, or at least the male version does. The female one just kind of looks like, I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but I know I'm supposed to be caught in a Pokeball at some point. And I don't think I've ever used this Pokemon in battle. I think this is just one of those Pokemon where I just catch in a Pokeball and keep it in one of the Pokemon boxes, or eventually transferring Pokemon home. If you guys are Frillish fans, you let me know how that's working out for you. But nevertheless, an interesting one, Maybe I should look up some trivia for Frillish, because maybe that will add some context here. It's a Japanese prototype name for Frillish was Puruntsu. Although female Dreamworld artwork exists, any Frillish or Jellicent uploaded to the global link will use the male artwork regardless of their gender. And no other Pokemon have the same type combination as Frillish and its evolved form. Water and Ghost, really? Huh. Interesting. I do like the type combination though. It's interesting. I do love water types and I do like ghost types. So I don't understand why I don't use this Pokemon as much then. Because this seems like it'd be right up my alley. Maybe I should look into it more. Alright, well, listeners, thank you for joining me on this fun-filled adventure of Pokemon news and announcements of all kind. I can only hope that the Pokemon news doesn't stop because I'm very curious what all these other product announcements are going to be. Like, how much money am I going to have to spend? How much of my paycheck? What percentage do I have to allocate each month for? I mean, the Pokeball replicas are already $100 each, so that's something that future me is going to have to worry about, even though future me is right around the corner. But thank you guys. I appreciate your time and listening to me. Hopefully, I continue to improve this podcast and the structure around it. If you guys want to follow me on social media, my Instagram and Twitter account is SpartanStrike07. My YouTube channel is SpartanStrike07 as well. As of right now, only these episodes are getting uploaded on there, and I do have my old videos if you want to take a look at those. Otherwise, I do plan on making new videos at some point once I get things sorted out. Also, if you want to write me an email, it's spartanstrike07@gmail.com. So if you want to email me any sort of feedback or maybe a question that you would like for me to answer to give my opinion on, or anything for that matter, be really cool. I would appreciate it, and I would definitely look forward to it. Thank you guys again very, very much, and I can't wait till next week for us to continue talking Pokemon.